So it was Mike Jr. movie editing until about April 19th or April 15th when a license runs out. That's what I want. Close all my businesses in one line, right? We did all the licensing areas and it came up. You know, Mill Line 45 288 quality beginner. We used to be Google Plus account. Pretend to be a businessman. You don't have a college diploma. You're into the business. I mean, they got on top of it. That's how we all had to leave the industry. 1992. You know, out of the streets. That's what we're down to. You're gonna do something. I just saw the advertisement. We don't do that. We have a conversation. We imagine about it. I mean, your own personal movie. I mean, especially when getting I get $200 a month. Actually, this month I get $365 a month after all bills paid. In the retirement village, people with terminal illness. There's about 6 of us here. There's about 10 houses who are contagious. They sent the offers out to wire up houses. We all got contusion cancer, the disease. That makes a personality. And why? Because we're watching all that culture from all over the world. Those 7-year-old kids, But it only that happens with cancer. With that particular one, it's the worst one. I'm gonna go bust your spine. The first thing you need scalp cracks. But I mean, once they put you under in the house, you don't know. I mean, when you're getting operated on, they're doing them. You don't feel nothing. So anyway, this is black monitor, right? Sort of creature, Jehovah, and the spirit of wisdom, his wife, going to make a graphic game. And the space works that way. This is just parable. Although it says in the Gospel, Old Testament, never to make it. Somebody made an edit, never to teach in parables. So we're going to say, for instance, the nebula and the 9 angels, the way they described it in the old world, before Jesus Christ, where worship was a man. And how would that ever be? And we know the pitiful state of the whole thing. You know what I mean? He was constantly backtracking, constantly justifying what he said. As more and more people questioned him, and sent down a question, and then the truth document. Then we have the testimony of the prophets. But they make computers to do all the stuff in the Spectrum network. If you want that CD or record or what do you call it, recording of a digital file, recording like this one has a audio visual, and then you dream. So we could do a starlight in any shape. Actually, it all intertwines here, and that it's like a prism, and an earth forms. The mother of all living, grass, squirrels. So you have the opinions of 66 men and a couple of women, and then maybe there was not enough information from other people questioning rebuttal. It's not something I do, and not when I'm putting money into the Social Security system, so I have a check. Unfortunately, everybody in the retirement community thinks it's theirs, including the bank. Let me off for 14 grand. You were followers in the Air Force as a janitor mechanic. You had those 2 tables at 14 grand for storage fees since 19, so you got to pay it. I can never recover now. Maybe $200 a month I get for 30 days. I have to. This town got me caught. Mommy, I'm done. I was in the toilet. I mean, really, how embarrassing. Well, one time I had the whole thing. You know what I mean? So they do angels. What is an angel? Ministering angel of light, stars, planets. And and sometimes I think, well, what would you think? A water molecule, a drop of the water in space. Who would ever know? I mean, if you're going to get science, they taught us all this stuff a long time ago. And it's a water molecule. You got that. It's got the macro, micro, the life in it runs around like this, and if all the starlight's coming into it, it intertwines with itself over billions of years. In the nebula theory I was reading about, it's it formed into the earth. And no Star Trek and no creatures, no nothing. But that's not fun, and that don't sell, does it? So if you were neutral like we are in Florida, I mean, the whole conversation is neutral. First thing to do is knock the guy down. It's like like the psychiatrist, the governor is a psychiatrist. Well, you're never getting nowhere with that, other than take the money from the government, go run away and buy yourself a house in the Caribbean and hang out. The rest of us starve to death, So that's one thing. But you could make a nice story today or tonight or tomorrow. What do you put on? You put on the meditate. What do you call it? The third. Is it the third harmony we're in? And you have to hit the Jewish people, Jerusalem. Tubal Cain. I mean, what would you put on? You can go on this. You hit. If you go on my site, home. Is it home button? You go over there. There's my channel, right? It says this stuff. You go to home button. What do I got? And trending, right? What's the current world? There's so much. I mean, there's so much material in the Library of Congress. I mean, you have to. You type in a favorite artist, you get unlimited reading the Library of Congress files. What would you like to listen to? You want next, or do you just want to let it run? Right? And top picks, you can do it on TV in the home theater system. The whole thing was a home theater system and I think it was points of right. The problem with the issuing checks, you needed points to come one out of Central One U.S. Treasury. So now the talk was to change all the banks, all the names to the U.S. Treasury with a debit card where you get to cash it, make one payment, $1,800. You just put all your money back in the system over 30 days, and then you get a check next month. You get the money, and plus you get the goods. No free, no discounts. I mean, the guy's got to get paid. Not in this area, not in the South. And they don't feel you have to pay it. Actually, go to these cashiers, these yothers. I mean, I don't know how. I must have paid $600 extra here. People stand online and want somebody to pay for me. Well, I got $32,000 in the bank the government gave me. Put it on his insurance credit. That's you got rarely people. I mean, what would the government give you? Ultimately, after everything, food, water, clothing, and shelter, you get $20 spending money a day. I need 40. That's $1,200 a month. So your mommy. It's impossible. What embarrassment. But the electrical current and heart and all this stuff now that Dad died, or my stepfather died, I mean, it's really important that you do that because they made tons of money. How did they do that? He got if they pick you and give you the contract after a lifetime of work, probably 50 years old, they might pick you. But I didn't get picked. I got put on the side. Katuji and Kingston would be. They want to knock out all the digital race stuff. So you turn the lights on in your kitchen, you look at your double plastic window. The guy ripped you off, you didn't put the glass windows in. That's just to ship them. All right? You look out there with the screen, and Utah was telling you with the certain things, put paint in your body like three. You can't promote anything, but I don't think they're even doing that anymore. Go to Dollar General, try something that puts paint in your body like those cigars would leave the wrapper on. You start hallucinating, see all kinds of things. It's a beautiful thing. But for retirees, people that worked all life and got stolen from. But I didn't get a public support. I worked to pay $152,000 employee taxes. My cut was $42,000 of it in taxes. No check. 19 years, right? Over the course of all those years, 19 years, walking outside, sleeping in the street. I mean, no point really of working and paying taxes. Not when it's somebody else's. I didn't work to pay. Who the hell are you? You don't promote psychiatry? You got to be kidding me. Would you go hand out beer at a bar and lift off $7 off, or $7 tip off the bar like I did? I mean, really? How could you steal a man's house, car? What are you doing? Right? So this is black computer models, two creatures sitting on a couch with a Microsoft home theater system with a speakerphone. And we got the MSN maps on. Right? The other way you can look at it is there's a Star Trek sitting there, just down in space, and the starlight's coming into, and they grab that light, and they throw it through the ship into computer monitors. The computer screen, they shape it, mold it with some sort of logic and intelligence. The angels of heaven were angelical beings, as angelical beings. Well, they're human, they're being. Well, that's Michelangelo. I mean, he saw a bird. He said he saw a bird. He threw fertilizer down with the energy field around the house. The birds came out of the seed somehow, and thinking evolution started. So who would know? Who would know? So you want to make your own movie? Yeah. Or otherwise, 9 angels, and one Lord, the earth owner, flew in the shape of a water molecule around the sun that formed in the starlight. Right? And who knows? Maybe it was inside the ocean of a planet. And eternity formed. Maybe it implodes and explodes. That would be of the earth, right? All four wheels around it. Which is, I mean, it has to be formed naturally. Not that you made it. How if it formed on Earth, who said it can't form an electronic computer? And I would not know, but I mean, just a dream with relaxing music on and sadness and the peace of the universe, of just say it's an eternity. The farm, the black stuff, the sun, the swift from like a hot burning coal, the suns or stars, whatever you want to call them. We have one orange one. Maybe it's in the core of the earth, and maybe it just reflects like the Batman image. If you ever watched Batman, I haven't seen it on, but in off the sky, how would it be? Because here the sun comes over, it goes a straight path. But up the block, if you look at it, comes through the straight of your house, dives this way, dives this way, equinox solstice, say, do the research with experts, not do the research, but review it, and opinion only. They don't want to hear it, So that's there's a basis. But you're gonna have your own dream some night when you're sit on the couch, like when you're a creature, right? Start out with fish that turn into a bird and crash on a beach on creepy crawly things, crabs and everything else and all that stuff. And you're not been walked in Atlantis. But go to other parts of the country. You came out of the desert. Yeah, absolutely. Well, so what was the same? What do you guys cook? I mean, who does that then? Who makes that but scientists, right? That's the third. I think it's the third harmony of music. We have relaxation music, you have the meditation, you have time for healing, sleep music, all that different stuff. You can do it with YouTube. It just happened to be last Sunday. I put on a documentary. What we worked on. We did research and development and destructive tests of the panel landing gear assembly 6,666 years ago. As these planets have a creation called Earth. So however it all works, scientists would have to do the third harmony in evolution. In the Americas, they don't have that, I think, in other parts of the world. But it's not. But they do say, that they were visited by creatures. Some people do, that they created a man and woman out of the ground. So the earth, the earth, thus we are, thus we return. Sitting in a UFO dreaming, clipping, copy, as you see me clipping. We get some ideas, but you need $32 million to make a movie. You want to be on team? We come back. You'd make your own. Just as well I worked for somebody else. But to do this, you have to drop the public support check. We're trying to make money. We're trying to have a relaxing music with a cocktail, maybe a Diet Coke and a coffee, and drink. Do you know about the halogen lights and the fluorescent light bulbs to change your brain cycle? We had fluorescent a long time ago in the 60s. But then you put these halogens out there, it flips your signal. They want you to have a second thought, not just your thoughts. Yeah. I got, it starts with DR.